I'm here in St Luke's Hospital with Michael Devane, who's Ger Devane's brother, Maura Hickey and Brenda Cooper, all of whom are involved in the establishment of this room. So first of all, Michael, tell me, what are we doing here today?
Well, today we're here to open up the Ger Devane family room, and it's obviously for people that are, it's for the people that are going to be using the hospital as regards, if someone is, not well as Ger was, and it's for where the families can go and rest and have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, and have a little bit of privacy is really what the whole thing is about, So it is called the Ger Devane family room, and it is for where families can be rather than being on the corridor. And they can go and rest, watch a bit of TV, but the most important thing is that they're together and it's not disjointed. Everyone is together, everybody is in the one room, consoling each other, at the time of bereavement or sickness, so.
And Brenda, Ger, I believe, worked here.
He did indeed, just under 20 years. He was a paramedic, an emergency medical technician, and he would have been involved in bringing many patients into the hospital, especially in traumatic situations, maybe road traffic accidents. And he was very aware of the lack of facilities for people who were in a very vulnerable position. And he was a huge part of the family in St Luke's. He was the treasurer of the social committee, so that gave him a key role to get to know everybody in the hospital.
Well, then it's very fitting.
It is, yeah, it is. I mean, it is for the families, and everybody is going to benefit, Kilkenny people, Carlow people, so it's a room that wasn't there before, so it's fantastic to have this room now,
And Maura, I believe you've been very involved in getting this all underway.
Well, I was involved. I was secretary to the committee. I was asked by Michael about 2 years ago, last March, would I help him out on a little fundraising venture. So I didn't really realise what I was letting myself in for at the time, but I'm only delighted to be involved and to see the finished room here tonight. It's fantastic. I didn't know Ger personally myself, but from what I've heard about him, he was a great guy, and it was a pleasure to be involved.
You've all been waiting for. Mr. Brian Cody is going to talk to you. And we don't want him to hear any of the rest of us, and we are absolutely privileged and honoured to have him with us tonight. And it's a really true tribute to Ger and to his whole family that Brian has agreed to come along, because we know his time is so precious, and we really understand why he needs to be in so many other places. But he's here for the evening, so we may make the most of him, because next time we see him, it'll be in Crow Park, please, Grant. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Mr. Brian Cody, who will be doing the...
Thanks, Brenda, Mr. Mayor, and ladies and gentlemen. Certainly just a pleasure for me to be here this evening to join the official opening of the family room that's dedicated to Ger. As been mentioned already, I suppose it's only fitting that a village man is doing the honours tonight. Terrific, first of all, to meet Mick Devane here tonight, Mick Senior. I've met him for quite a while, and he was a terrific friend of my own father's, and they had many's a great time. They had morningly meetings before the village and the borough became really serious, I suppose. But it's just great to see you again there, Mick, and all the lads as well.
Thanks.
It's a terrific facility that's been opened here tonight, and tremendous. It's a terrific, fitting memory to Ger. He was, as Brenda said, an integral part of the team here in St Luke's, working in I suppose what could be called a stressful job, where time was of the essence and saving of life was paramount at all times, and Ger was always in there to the fore in doing that.
No way now.
Cut away, Brian. Cut away.